Please come into Tadasana, standing mountain position. Shift your weight gently across the balls of your feet, settling into your heels. Engage your quadricep muscles. Separate your ribs as you lift your chest. Roll your shoulders down and back. Long, relaxed arms. Let your chin come to a level or slightly dropped position and extend through the crown of your head. Bring your hands into prayer position, Namaste. Take several deep, even Ujjayi breaths. Balancing the inhalation and the exhalation. A-series salutation. Inhaling. Pressing with your feet, extend your arms out to your sides and overhead as you look up. Exhaling, bending the knees or coming forward with a flat back and straight legs into Uttanasana, standing fold. Inhaling, standing arch position. Press with your feet, lift through the crown of your head, draw your shoulders back. Exhaling, step back and lower through Chaturanga. Up dog, inhaling, pressing with the hands, spreading the fingers and pressing through the tops of the toes. Exhaling, down dog position. Deep, even Ujjayi breathing. Spread your fingers, press with the heel of your hand. Stack your bones. Ears along the insides of your arms, rolling the shoulders down and back. Lift through your sit bones and tailbone. Lengthen the legs and drop your weight down through your heels, even if your heels can't touch the floor. Inhaling, stepping forward between your hands and arching up, lifting from the breastbone. Exhaling, standing fold. Inhaling, with bent knees or straight legs, reach your arms out to your side and overhead, lifting the chest, dropping the tailbone, and exhaling, closing the salutation. Hands at heart center, prayer position, Ujjayi breathing. Inhaling, press with the feet, engage the thighs, tuck the tail, and lift the chest. Exhaling, bending forward from the hips and extending down into Uttanasana, fingertips and toes level, head released. Inhaling, standing arch position, drawing the shoulders back. Exhaling, step back and come into lowered plank position, Chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog, stretching the tops of the thighs. Exhaling, press back into the down dog. Center plane of the thighs facing forward. Several deep, even Ujjayi breaths. Equal weight distribution between your hands and your feet. Feet anywhere from together to hip width apart. Lift your hips, stretch back through your tailbone and sit bones. Inhaling, looking up and stepping forward lightly into the standing arch, filling the lungs. Exhaling, standing fold, lift through the sit bones. Inhaling, sweeping out, coming all the way up to standing, reaching up through the fingertips, looking up. Exhaling, returning your hands back to your sides and back into prayer position. Third A-series salutation. Deep breathing, Ujjayi, inhaling, sweep the arms up and look up. Exhaling, following the breath all the way into the standing forward fold. Release the back of the neck. Inhaling, standing arch, press with your fingertips. Exhaling, stepping back, coming straight down, Chaturanga. Inhaling, hips towards the hands, up dog position. Exhaling, down dog. Deep, even Ujjayi. Crown of the head extending towards the floor. Ears in line with the insides of the arms. Keep your weight firmly planted. With inhalation, step forward, filling the lungs, standing arch. Exhaling, draping the ribs over the thighs, standing fold. Inhaling, sweeping out, using the breath to bring you all the way up to standing. And exhaling, lifting through the breastbone as you reach out and close the pose. Hands come back into prayer position, preparing for standing poses. Trikonasana, triangle. Step your left foot back, 3/4 distance. Toe, heel, and arch alignment. Inhaling, press with your feet, lift your arms. Exhaling, extend your right arm forward, connecting with the front of your right shin as your left arm sweeps up towards the ceiling. Keep your tailbone tucked and moving down towards your back heel. Keep your weight to the outer edge of your back foot. Your rib cage moving down towards the top thigh. If there's any tension in your neck, look down at the floor. A nice long line of energy from fingertip to fingertip. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, closing the pose, turning your feet in the opposite direction. Toe, heel, and arch alignment, tuck your tail. With inhalation, lift your arms. Exhaling, extending your left arm down to your left shin. Right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Drop your rib cage, elongating your torso. Keep your shoulders away from the base of your neck and ears. Keep your feet activated, your tailbone extended. Inhaling, extending up. And exhaling, closing the pose. Virabhadrasana 2, hero position. Slide your left foot back to widen your stance. Inhaling, bring your arms up shoulder height. On exhalation, bring your shin to a right angle, perpendicular to the floor. Lift your breastbone. Drop your sit bones. Extend through the crown of your head. Keep your ujjayi breathing coming all the way into your chest. Long extension through the arms. Outer edge of the back foot planted. Exhaling, gently release, lower your arms, turn your feet in the opposite direction. Square your hips, tuck your tail. Inhaling, press with your feet as you extend through the arms and the crown of your head. Exhaling, sink through the sit bones, bringing the knee directly over your heel. Your shin perpendicular to the floor. Torso is centered over the hips. Head in line with the shoulders. Inhaling, release. And exhaling, lower your arms. Extended right angle, Parshvakonasana. Toe, heel, and arch alignment again. Tuck the tail. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, coming through hero, extending the right arm out, bringing the forearm, connecting with the top of the thigh, extending the left arm away from you, turning the palm up, and exhaling, extending the arm straight overhead. Turning the head to look past the armpit and up towards the ceiling. Keep your weight extended to the outer edge of your back foot. Keep the front foot pressing, the arm connecting with the thigh. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling, lower the arms. Turning the feet to the opposite side. Inhalation, arms come up shoulder height. Exhaling, lower through the hero pose, extending your lower rib cage and placing your left forearm on your thigh. Right arm extends overhead. Back foot pressing. Long straight line from the outer edge of the back foot through the fingertips. If there's any tension in the neck, turn the head, look down at the floor, elongating the back of the neck. Keep your breath smooth. Exhaling, release. Turn your feet in the opposite direction, bringing your back foot up slightly. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Inhaling, arms come up, back hand onto your hip. Right hand brings the fingertips 6 inches in front and to the outside of your little toe. Left arm resting on the hip, and then bringing the arm up towards the ceiling if you have your balance. Keep your back foot in line with your hip, ball of the foot extending away, crown of the head extending forward, fingertips pressing. Exhaling, release, stepping back through triangle position and coming up. Exhaling again, closing the pose. Turning your feet in the opposite direction, half moon. Inhaling, sweep the arms up, extend through the left arm, right hand on the hip, left fingertips come forward and to the side of your left foot. Press into the standing leg, extending the back leg, bringing the ball of the back foot and the hip all into one straight line. Fingertips of the right arm extend straight up towards the ceiling. You can turn your head to look at the side if you'd like. If there's any tension in your neck, please look down at the floor. Bringing your hand onto your hip as you come through triangle position, releasing the posture. Inhalation brings you up, and exhaling, close the pose. Virabhadrasana 1, forward-facing hero. Lengthen your stance. Inhaling, reach your arms out and overhead, palms facing, arms shoulder width, and exhaling, drop your hips, bringing your shin bone perpendicular to the floor. Keeping your knee directly over your heel. Nice space between the ribs. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, close the pose, turning the feet in the opposite direction. Keeping your weight to the outer edge of the back foot. Inhaling, lift the arms. Exhaling, begin to sink, stretching through the back heel. Weight over the front heel. Shin perpendicular. Knee directly over the heel. Nice broad neck, arm shoulder width, fingertips extending towards the ceiling. Don't break at the joints. Top of the head extending. Inhale, release. Exhale, closing the pose. Turn your feet in the opposite direction for hero balance, Virabhadrasana 3. Stepping up slightly, inhaling, draw the arms overhead with the palms facing. Exhaling, shift your weight onto your right foot, extending the left leg back behind you. Moving from the ball and socket of your hips only as far as you can comfortably balance. Keep your neck long and extended, top of the head reaching. Exhaling, release as you step back and lower the arms. Turning your feet in the opposite direction, hero balance. Deep sweep on inhalation, step up onto the left foot, extend through the ball of the right foot as you pivot at the hips. Try and keep the back foot and fingertips aligned. Look down at the floor so you don't compress your neck. Keep the ears even with the arms. Center plane of the back thigh facing the floor. Arms no greater than shoulder width. Exhaling, release, and close the pose. Turning both feet forward for the straddle fold twist. Bring your weight to the outer edges of your feet, hands on your hips as you inhale. Exhaling, extend through the spine, bending from the hips as you come forward, placing the hands on the floor. Bring your left hand to the floor, slightly in front of and between your feet. Your right arm extends up towards the ceiling as you exhale. Press with the heel of your left hand, extend through the fingertips of the right hand. Elongate your spine from the crown of your head back through your hips and tailbone. Exhaling, release. Clasping the elbows and hanging forward, keeping the crown of the head towards the floor. Coming back, second side, right hand presses, left arm extends up towards the ceiling. The feet and legs are active. Beautiful long straight line from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Keeping the back of the neck lengthened and relaxed, looking down at the floor if you feel any tension in the back of your neck. Keep your breath fluid, exhaling, releasing the pose. Once again, clasping the elbows, roll your sit bones up, top of your head towards the floor. Release your arms, soften your knees, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Deep Ujjayi, inhaling and exhaling, stepping forward and bringing the feet together. Hands in prayer position.